now watching Darkwolfangel on YouTube. Let's rock!
Turn their phones off. Oh look, Pat, yeah, there's always one in there, always one. Hang on, I haven't turned mine off. Oops, that makes two. No, I'm going to put mine out of the way.
Are yours allowed to go off?
No. Not really.
Aeroplane.
Aeroplane sound. Aeroplane mode. Right, can we get you, Pat, to sort of slide forward?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is Angel for BGFM and Totally Tankard with Pat McManus.
Yes.
Look at this Welsh flag. What do you think?
It's us. It's.
I'm not saying nothing because you lot beat us in the frigging rugby.
We won't get into that.
We won't get into that.
Nah.
Guys, again, HRH Blues.
I know.
You're playing Wales very, very soon.
We did.
You are Patriots again. So
Yes.
Coming up very, very soon.
Yes.
How does that feel?
Well, we love it. You know, we love it.
You get a good crowd?
We got a great crowd, and the audiences are really very receptive.
Blinding.
And they're blinding to play for. So it's always a great honour for us to come and play because you know they're really into the music. They're there for the music. So
it's like you Irish.
It's the same thing. You know, it's like home from home, really.
Yeah. Now, part of Ireland you're from?
Well, we're from the Northern Ireland. I'm from just outside of Enniskillen.
I'm a place called Dungannon, which is about Drogheda, a little bit north of Dublin, living in Derry.
Right. My mother's from originally from Belfast, living in Cork. Believe it or not, she's emigrated
a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
But she's down in Cork. She still loves Northern Ireland and Southern, and she's just like, oh, you got to come over and visit. And I'm like, I'd like to. I'd love to come over and do it. But
Actually, it's only a short trip from Holyhead to
I'm scared I won't come back to Wales. So I love it too much.
Wales is beautiful. We were in the Welsh Valleys there recently and it was absolutely breathtaking.
Do you know, your voice is so, oh my God.
It was breathtaking.
Any woman listening to this Irish soft tones coming through.
Whispering sweet nothings.
Yeah. I'm whispering sweet shangnaras to you.
You know what they say though? A Welshman is just an Irishman who couldn't swim.
That's right, we are. We are. But you've been doing this for so long now. This band you've got.
Yes.
How did you lot get together?
Well, we sort of met and looked at each other and thought, what a great looking bunch of guys, and we said, let's form a band. And that's been it since.
You looked at each other and thought, what a great bunch of guys we are.
No.
What went wrong?
I knew Paul from Dungannon, and I knew Paul played, and Paul used to have a club in Dungannon, and he invited me down to play there, and one of the nights I was there playing, Paul actually got up and drummed, and that was the start of
Is that when you went, hell, he can play?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I actually did. Yeah, and I thought, fantastic. And I thought, you're the man for me.
Buddy.
So you stole him?
Yeah, I stole him, really, yes. He had other things that he was doing, he was quite happy doing, and then I came and railroaded the whole situation.
It's just... We're going to excuse you a lot in a minute by here, but Mama's Boys.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
What a era.
Yeah, I know, it was great.
What a era that is.
It was fantastic, you know, and it's funny, you know, the whole Mama's Boys thing, they talk about it, you know, with nostalgia now, and at the time we didn't really think anything of it. We never really realised the impact it had, because we were too busy doing what we were doing to actually realise any of that. And, you know, people even today, regardless of where I tour, come up with albums and stuff, and you're going, oh my God, I didn't realise the albums even got here, you know.
That much.
So it was a great era, you know.
Because you were around with the great Phil Lynott.
Yes.
You know, what a man again from Ireland.
Yeah.
Music has come from Ireland. Not only your Riverdance stuff, Michael Flatley and all that, but music from Ireland is so Celtically bound and bonded with the Welsh.
Yeah. Oh, very much so.
It's just, and Cornwall and that area.
Yes,
and
very much. You know, and I think it's got to do with the tradition and stuff like that there. So, from our point of view, there's always been a great bond. And, you know, it's funny, you were talking about Welsh music and that. One of the biggest, most major influences on the Mama's Boys was Budgie. We
Local boys,
absolutely
the local
worship
boys.
them.
Local boys. They're
And,
from
wow.
Treviga and Rumney.
Well, when we were lads, we just kind of said, that's the band we want to try and be. So they were fabulous band.
If you could do as a band yourself now, cover a track from Budgie, what would it be?
Oh, I think it'd be breaking all the house rules for me.
Breaking all out.
Yeah.
Now that makes a change. I heard.
But everybody says Bread Fan, you know.
I've heard a local band from Sheffield, Havana Rock, do Bread Fan. They've done it their own style, and it's amazing. But breaking all the rules. Would you do that as a cover?
I would actually, but Brooks Shelley was a pretty mean singer, so I'd have to go and practice that one because I don't think I could reach where he reached.
But they're still going strong though. They're doing their own separate stuff, aren't they now, Bread?
Well, no. As far as I know, Burke wasn't well.
But they've released. I think about 2-3 years ago, they released a 3-album thing.
Well, I think it's like everything else. People didn't really realise how good they were as a band till they actually were gone.
And suddenly people covering the Bread Fan.
Yeah, well, it was Metallica brought that back,
Or if you want to say, Bread Man, where's my bread?
Yeah. You know what? I think it was because of Metallica that it kind of brought them. But they truly were a very innovative band,
But you yourself is as a Pat McManus band.
Yeah.
You've done so much stuff yourself.
Well, we never really stopped. The Marty, myself, and Paul. We just continually on the road, gigging and touring. We're gigging musicians. That's all. That's how we see it.
You're just a touring band.
Yeah, we're just a touring band. That's what we do for a living. That's it.
So you're one of these bands that will just go into any little venue, no bigger than what this room is.
Yes.
Plug and play.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's it. You just get in and do, and that was the ethic of rock and roll music in the first place, And then it became all part of the corporate scene, and then the music business got hold of it, and then it changed, But the whole thing beginning with rock and roll was a subculture. And people just set up in rooms and played, and then it became this big sort of monster that with
sound this,
sound that, and that's
drums.
not what rock and blues is about at all.
It's getting out there, playing,
playing, and just seeing the whites of the eyes of the people.
That's it. Now we're going to get back to you guys. Pat can sit back, chill out and relax here. We're not going to talk to him now. He's done his bit, as far as I'm concerned. You guys, you've had the pleasure of coming on tour with Pat. Mm-hmm. In your own rights, musically wise, we know a promoter, a drummer, booked Pat and now ended up playing with him. How does that feel?
Oh, it's brilliant. The funny thing is, I always was a genuine, mad Mama's Boys fan. So this was, when I get interviewed, I have to sort of admit that Pat's picture used to be above my bed.
You're creaming with you. You're creaming. Oh God, it's Pat.
So when the offer come to play, I couldn't wait.
It's one of those hero fan things with it.
That's right.
And then you've got the pleasure now playing with him. But
before 10 years.
But before that, what was you doing apart from the promoting?
Well, I played in a band, a Celtic rock band in Ireland, but did pretty well in the north of Ireland, and that's what I was doing. And then Pat came along and we got chatting, and 10 years ago, one thing led to another, and here I am sitting here.
I'm going to play with my hero now.
That's right. That's
it. And yourself?
Same as that. I mean, you couldn't grow up in Ireland and not be aware of Mama's Boys and Pat. I've seen them play where I live.
Mama's Boys?
Yeah.
Oh, you all Mama's Boys? Oh, you sad man!
I think at some point or another everybody is.
You love your mamas. I can't blame you. Your mama's always the one that's there. Yeah, you're saying anyway.
But so went to Kings, and I was working. We were all working in different bands and everything. I remember when Pat came back from England back to Ireland, we bumped into each other at Pat's Cross several times, and he had this band going. I wasn't in it, and we crossed Pat several times in different circles and everything, and then the space come up. You gave me a call. Are you available? Yeah.
The funny thing was, I'd met Marty and I knew Marty for quite a long time. And
did you actually phone
I
him
wasn't
up?
aware that Marty played the bass. I always seen him doing sound for people, And we were chatting away. And then during the course of the conversation one day, Marty says, well, when I was playing that, and I was playing the bass on, and I go, what, you play the bass, Marty? And I said, yeah. And then a few guys told me, that guy's really, really good.
The bass.
He can play the bass. They said. So the next thing was, I was on the phone like that.
Was that when you were just about to sign that dotted line with the social?
That was better, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
hang
yeah,
on a minute.
yeah.
Who?
Yep.
I'm going to have to forget that. Pat McManus is just, get off, man. Sign the line and get your money.
That's exactly it, yeah.
No, honestly, it's Pat McManus wants me to play bass for him.
So that's basically what happened, and so, yeah.
And what about the rest of you guys? You know, you guys have just been, last year? Blues.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The way again.
Yeah.
And you're here tonight, headliners?
Yeah.
And you got Paul Burney.
We won't go into that.
Are you going to drag him on stage with you?
Eh?
Will you drag Bernie on stage with you? That'd
be
be
in
nice. Will he be in bed? Will he be in bed?
He'd be in the
He
scratcher.
knows him
as we
so
say.
well. But again, you're
You
headlining.
never know. You know,
never-
it's nice, you know. So I hope the people are not too tired, you know, when we come on, you know.
Earlier on, we just had Sari Shaw.
Yeah,
What a blues singer.
fantastic.
Vocals-wise on her.
Yeah.
Would you do a tour with her?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Where's she? I don't even know where she's from.
America.
America. You see, we have problems getting visas, getting out there. We couldn't be
She's
bothered.
over this country a hell of a lot, mate. I think she's been over in the UK more than she's been in America, as far as I know.
Right.
But, you know,
Yeah.
her and you guys, I'd love to see you
Yeah.
two do a duet.
Yeah. Wow.
Her vocals, your vocals,
Yeah.
you guys behind in her band, because you've got Ash Wilson on guitars as well. I'd love to hear a
Yeah,
duet
it'd be good
with
vibe.
you lot.
Yeah.
That'd be
No,
amazing.
it sounds great. I mean,
Yeah.
I heard her coming in earlier on today, and it was fantastic. Really
You're thinking,
fantastic.
I'm not going anywhere, just staying here.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, web pages for yourself is patmcmanus.co.uk.
.co.uk. Yeah, and that's both, and on Facebook it's Pat McManus the band.
Pat
So
McManus band.
yeah, on Facebook. So if people
Album,
want to check it out,
CDs,
well, we've
t-shirts.
just a new album out, so that's why we're here in particular to promote the new
Like
album.
Irish out here promoting and pushing.
Yeah,
and selling.
Tattooed and Blues, the name of the album.
Tattooed and Blue.
Yeah.
Are you?
So we're always that.
Tattooed and Blue.
Yeah.
Get online.
You don't look it.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't
no.
look tattooed and blued.
Later.
Or him. Tattoos.
But we are, no, actually.
No tattoos.
No.
None at all.
Yeah, but there's
An album called Tattooed and Blued and
but
not
there's-
one
yeah,
tattoo.
Yeah. Well, Rory Gallagher had a tattoo and he wasn't tattooed either.
Well, yeah, again, another one from Ireland, Rory Gallagher. What a fantastic guy.
Ah.
Your influences when you were growing up, though?
Was Gary Moore and Rory Gallagher.
Again, Gary Moore.
Gary and Rory and Eric Bell, you know, fantastic.
Legends in their own right.
Yeah.
But you're now a legend in your right.
That's just because I'm old.
Aren't we all?
But you're happy.
Pat, we never get younger. That's the secret. We never get younger, guys. Remember that. We just get older.
And
we
Henry
get
McCullough.
better looking.
Henry McCullough I was a big fan of Henry.
Yeah.
You
Now,
know,
blues.
the only Irishman to have played in Woodstock. You know, and when you have on your CV that you played with Joe Cocker and the Grease Band and Wings,
At
you
Woodstock.
can walk into any gig anywhere in the world.
And be a
you
proud.
know. And he was a class act as well.
Exactly.
So-
now, most people think of blues music as being, my woman left me, she stole my dog. But it's not anymore, is it?
Nah.
It's guys like you coming along and you're bringing it from, not only my woman left me, but hell, I'm enjoying it and I'm partying the rest of my life from it. You're enjoying it, you're bringing it to a new level.
Well, I think blues, when it originally started out, was about life and the environment around them at that particular time, and I think it's still that way, but people just write about different because life is different now from then. So, you know, but in a roundabout way, it's still saying the same kind of thing.
Kicks in.
You know, so it's a different vocabulary now because of the way that we live in this world of a digital world now. So the blues guys, if they'd been back in the 20s and 30s, they would have adopted exactly the same attitude. They would have done the same. They would have said the same things as that they're saying today. So it was just a period in the time that they wrote like that. But you know, there was many of them that wrote some fabulous music.
Usually saying back in the day now when yourself and Mama's Boys and that were playing, it was none of this media. Like we got Facebook, internet and things like that. You guys used to go out there with your flyers, stick them up on the wall, Mama's Boys playing live in a little venue, about £5, £2?
Yeah, about £2.50. Yeah.
Yeah. You used to have to pay your own petrol in your vans and everything, pile into that and tour and just do it and do it and do it. But now you're with the media, it's so changed. You can just go onto line and go,
Ever tell you a story about Mama's Boys Fly postering for a gig in Dublin, right? I think it was the Bag It In we were playing, right? So, 2 o'clock in the morning, off we go with our bucket of paste and our poster, right? And we cover the place in Central, all round Grafton Street and everything, and finished up about 5 o'clock in the morning. This is the truth. And we thought at the end of this little campaign that we'd actually drive round and look to see and admire our work, right? And we're heading down McConnell Street, right? And I swear to God, this is the truth. There's an old tramp, and he's pulling down our post. John, I just ran the brakes on. And John says, I'm not going to let him get away with that. So we ran over, and what paste we had left, bucket and all, we put on the top of his head. Really a truth. And then we realised later that he actually worked for Dublin Council to take the posters down.
You guys couldn't do that now, though, could you?
We got away with it, though. We wouldn't get away with it. We got away with it then. But it was so funny. It really, and that's the truth. The paste bucket went over his head.
But that's the thing, like I said, with the internet now, you don't need to do that. You can paste it over Facebook. The internet is out there.
Yeah.
You don't have to go paste over anybody's head. That's right.
Yeah, but the point about it is, Facebook and all that's great, but people have become so sort of used to the like of that you don't really believe what you're reading or seeing there. At least if you come up with a good poster and you put it up on your wall, you go, oh, I like that. But now there's so much other stuff involved with. You know what I mean?
The other problem with Facebook is that people are on it all the time. Oh, I must go to this gig, I must go to that gig, but they won't actually get off it to go out and go to the gig.
They'll go like it and share it, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, but you need to attend. They're afraid to click off and go to the gig in case they miss something on Facebook.
Yeah. No, they're
at the gigs on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Pat McManus is playing, but I like it, I'll share it, I'll post it for everyone else to see.
I think my bucket of paste story's better. We'd stick with that.
Do you know what, Pat? I'm going to be honest now. Is what you got to do is get yourself a photo shot now, right, as a promo, or pouring a bucket of paste over one of the guys' head. And I think he's the target. You ain't got no hair to rip off.
That's right. Yeah, no, just I'll have to.
Yeah,
I'm going to call it the paste bucket challenge.
Yeah.
And
No, we won't, just in case it goes in.
and then you could call it the Pat McManus paste album.
Yeah.
And paste and photograph.
Get pasted with Pat.
A paste of Pat.
Yeah. Dude, that's what you got to do is to take you back to them memories, just so that you can go, oh, I've done it again, sod it.
How did we get here?
You guys enjoy yourself. 'Cause as I said, seen you here last year, and you guys just enjoy yourself on stage.
We do, because
you just get on there. You do what you got to do.
I think music's a release. It's meant to be show business. You're meant to enjoy yourself. You're meant to get out there and look like. There's no point standing staring at your feet all night long. Look at how wonderful I am. It's called show business.
Not like me then.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I look at my feet and go, wow, look at them.
You know what I mean, though.
But you get out there, you do it.
But also go back to what you were saying earlier on, and what you were saying as well about guys got together, got into a small van, went off, played a gig, they weren't thinking about anything else except playing the gig. Because the reason you picked up an instrument in the first place was to have some fun with your mates.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're supposed to still be doing that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, you're saying that, picking up an instrument yourself, what made you want to play?
The real reason I wanted to play was that a lot of people, our house was very musical, and when I was a kid, I figured out that if I learned an instrument, I could get to stay up late and listen to the other ones playing, and that's really why I thought I'm not going to be left out of it, because I could hear the music going on in the room. I was only about 5 or 6, and I figured out if I learned to play, I might get staying up, and that was my sole motivation.
What about yourself?
Basically, a lot of music in our house too, and my father, he was the pipe major of the local pipe band, and I was been pushed is the right word into the pipe band. But then this band called Horslips came along, and all the girls liked Horslips, and I thought to myself,
I'm gonna be girly. At least he didn't say, I only learned to play because it's the girls. Yourself.
Same with that. There was no instruments in my house, but my mum was very musical. She liked to sing, she liked to dance.
Sad family, look, no musical
The radio was
instruments.
always on, and I just grew up around it. And
But
then
what
I
made
just,
you play though?
Well, I wanted
Well,
to
like
be,
Pat
I wanted
said,
to be a
there's
guitar
always
player. I
thing-
wanted to be a guitar player, so I got an acoustic guitar, and I found out very quickly I was terrible. And a friend of
Still
mine,
is.
exactly, and a friend of mine said, "Look, would you not try a bass? Learn 4
try
strings,
bass.
then try 6, which is rubbish because they're completely different instruments." And I thought, okay, I'll give that a go. Learn 4, then learn 6. Picked up the bass, fell in love with it. That was it.
Get a harp on stage. He's not very good at bass either. Get a harp. You might
Triangle.
learn and play that type.
Triangle is easier.
Triangle, yes. The one always at the back.
Easier to carry around as well.
Behind the drummer. That's the worst thing. Triangle is always
Or
behind
even the
drummer.
spoons. Just you can pick them up anywhere.
Yeah.
Eat the
Have you
dinner
ever
and then
thought
play.
about doing that though? Is bringing in the Celtic
Oh, we do, and we're doing it
bond?
tonight.
Well, yeah, but this, like I said, is bringing in something like a harp player on stage with yourselves, spoons, panpipes,
I know that'd cost too much money.
but as an album,
I've tricked around with things like that. I've had pipers on the albums and stuff like that. There, you know, I have
Yeah,
done
but
that.
them
Yeah.
pipers are not the words.
Oh, they are in Ireland.
Pusheen, mate, Pusheen, that's the one you want. Pour her down a horse's neck. I'll soon wake up and run around the field like a lunatic. Like I said, my mother's from Cork. So, you know, I know the old Irish tricks. But you guys, new album, Touted and Blues,
Yeah.
out there. Playing soon in the Patriots in South Wales.
Yes,
From,
looking forward.
Myself, down
Looking
the road
forward
from
to
myself, actually.
We hope we see you there
Hopefully we'll beat you in rugby
Yeah.
next year.
Yes.
You never know. One day we might.
with some luck.
But congratulations to
Keep trying.
But congratulations to Ireland anyway for winning and beating the English. That's the thing, beating the English. We done it. We're all proud of that. Pat McManus and the guys on stage tonight, HRH Blues, Sheffield. Looking forward to catching you live. A new album. Go check it out. Go check the webpage, patmcmanus.co.uk.
And Pat McManus, the band,
You go
Facebook.
catch them all on there. Looking forward to it. But the new album, how many tracks?
There's 12.
12 tracks.
12 tracks,
Is that all
yeah.
you could think of?
That-
Or you got some hidden away?
Yeah, but each track's about 10 minutes long.
3 albums worth.
yeah.
3 albums worth in 1 CD from Pat McManus and the guys. Guys playing live tonight. It's been a pleasure chatting to you here at HRH Blues again. I think last year we just had a photo taken on a quick chat, but now I've
Yes,
got
we
the whole,
did.
I've got the whole lot of you.
Right, thank you very,
I'm
very
looking
much.
forward to catching you guys all on stage.
I'm looking forward, and thanks for talking
It's,
to us.
again, it's been Angel BGFM here with Pat McManus, guys, and the band. Guys, go out there, blow their minds tonight, make them go back to the hotels wanting more. And
Beer.
wanting them ready to rock.
Beer.
Ready to rock, party, and blues out.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Gentlemen,
You are watching Darkwolfangel on YouTube. Let's ride.